A little while ago, NuNu announced that they were going to be releasing an E46 BMW. That made me very excited because these were not yet available in 1/24th scale, so I couldn't wait until that one came out. Now, of course, NuNu being a company creating only racing cars, this one is the racing version as well. I personally will not be building it as the race car. I will be converting it into a street car with various USCP add-ons, which I will be posting videos of the unboxings of as well. But for now, let's just focus on this kit. I will be building it in the future. This is just simply an unboxing, and when I get to it, you will start to see the videos come online as soon as I get to it, of course. So as usual, let's check out the box and the initial contents and then go over them in a bit more detail further on. So let's start off with the chassis itself. With this part, you can already see that this is actually a curbside kit, meaning it does not come with an engine. However, on the chassis side of things, they did not leave out many details. The bottom of the engine is mounted in, and there is a hole here, so if there are some companies coming out with engine kits, it should probably be pretty easy just to put those in. But for now, of course, this one comes without an engine, and you'll have to do with this chassis itself. Now, that chassis itself is not the only piece for the chassis. There are many additional parts on here too to add details. Like this one where the spare tire goes inside of the trunk. It has loads of chassis detail here. Of course, all the various bits for the suspension, some structural pieces, and various other bits all around, like some sort of heat shielding here for underneath the exhaust and transmission, and then already starting to move on to some interior pieces as well. This is the tray where you put your hat. I don't know. Goes behind the rear seats, of course. It has a lot of these structural stamps from the BMW factory in there, but then without the interior trim on it to smooth it out and make it look nicer. So this is a nice bare bones interior piece. For the mirrors, you get the standard mirrors and also the M mirrors, which is a good option, so you can choose whichever you want, of course. And I'm thinking I'm gonna go for these, simply because I like the look. Now the same goes for the dashboard. This is also race car oriented, as of course this is a race car, so some of the pieces where the radio goes are changed out for these racing computers. On the next sprue, there are still a couple of pieces for the chassis, a couple of shielding pieces, under tray panels, some more structural pieces, and shielding again. Then of course the main race exhaust, and this piece is the center console for on the interior, and the plain door cards too. That of course was not all. There are multiple pieces to create the roll cage itself. The main side pieces, some of the top and rear pieces, some more braces, the suspension parts right here, and of course also some big beefy brakes. The discs themselves seem to be drilled and have the pattern in there. The detailing is not all that deep, so probably watch out by applying some paint and don't go too thick, as that could very easily disappear by the looks of it, but you could of course also drill those out just to be sure that they won't disappear. To house all of those parts, there is also a main interior piece too. This is just pretty much the bottom piece. All of the others go on top. As you can see here, there is space for that transmission tunnel or that center console piece. And again, just like on that rear piece behind the seats here that I'd shown earlier, this is also nicely detailed and fully stripped out. As far as seats go, or correction, as far as a seat goes, there is one, and that is a nice bucket. It has a good shape on the front, some detailing here on those side bolster pieces. The holes are already here for all of the seat belts to go to, or through if you want to add that detail, and the back side is also nicely detailed, probably just a Kevlar or carbon fiber decal to go on top, and that is all nicely done. The wheels themselves are also very nicely done. They are cast in white plastic just like all the other parts, so that shouldn't interfere too much with all the colors you want to apply to it. The lug nuts and detailing in the center is nice and sharp and also nice and deep, so that should really be visible after a couple coats of paint too. There is a small additional bag of parts with some mesh, of course the poly caps to hold the wheels, and the tires themselves. These are slick tires. They seem to already have a nice finish on them, so you could sand them, but they don't seem to need it as they already come pre-finished. On the sidewall there is a nice detail, however there is also a pretty thick mold line on here too, so it might need a bit of sanding to get rid of that, but otherwise these look really good. So the main body is molded in one big piece. The bumpers and some other additional detail parts are molded separately, but that of course is no big deal, and specifically if you want to build different versions, or if they are going to be making different versions of this, the main body could stay the same and they simply need to make new molds for the bumpers instead of the entire body. So looking over it, everything is nice and smooth. A couple of crisp details here in the hood. Some of these hood latches are here too, or latches, hood pins just to keep it closed of course. A couple of things I have ran across that seemed a bit weird to me, and that is specifically here on this front door. It seems to be sunken in a bit. As you can see right here with the shadow, this is laying deeper than the rest. I've already seen some guys on the internet fixing that. You simply just need to cut this out and just move it outward a little bit and glue it back in. It's just a bit weird in my opinion. Maybe this is supposed to be this way. Let me know down in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure it's not, and it kind of looks strange. And then on the hood itself, there is a nice parting line. This is easy for when you want to paint it in the actual color scheme that it is supposed to be, as this is the line where it needs to be masked off. But if you don't, then this is a really fat mold line, and it needs to be removed and probably filled up to make it nice and level with the rest of these grill pieces on the front part of the hood. Otherwise, no big complaints. This looks really good. Same goes with the front and rear bumper, also both look really good. There are a couple of sink marks in them, not too hard to remove, needs a bit of filling, but that is a bit of a letdown to be honest. These kits are not cheap, so this shouldn't really be here. As you can see right here on the rear bumper, there are two pieces which are sunken in, and that of course is where they hold to the body. And on the front bumper, you can see the same. It has a couple of pieces or dents right here on both sides, and that again is where the bumper molds or attaches to the rest of the body. For the detailing on the lights and also a couple of the mirrors, you can see both styles again for the M and the standard, and also the buckets. They are plated in chrome to get a nice reflective finish. Same goes for the headlights and of course those kidney grills too. There are 2 sprues of clear parts, both in this same bag. Of course, the side windows, they already have the trim on there as well, so you simply need to mask off the outside as well in order to paint some flat and also probably gloss back, depending on how you want to finish this. The rear taillight lenses have some nice patterning and detail in them too. A simple coat of clear red, maybe even some smoke, and you're finished. Same goes for the rear. It has the heating lines in there, and the front one is nice and clear, and also has the cowl molded in already there for the window wipers. Then there is a small additional sprue for the headlight lenses. Same as with those taillight lenses, it has a bit of molded in detail, and probably you could just simply mask it off, paint this clear orange, or just leave it as is. As far as decals go, you can eat your heart out. There are many on different sheets, and they look incredibly clear and also nicely printed. Let's just start off with this first one. It has a couple of details for the interior with the gauges, the seat belts, the BMW logos. This is really tiny, and the printing is super sharp, even on those super small details. Same for all the other ones, of course. And then there are 2 more sheets. This one has a couple of the trim pieces and window pieces on there, which need to be black. You can just use this instead of masking it off, I guess. I don't think I'm going to be using these. I'm simply just going to mask it off and paint it if I decide to go for that black trim. The final decal sheet is the one with most of the white decals on there. A couple of the templates for on the front, probably on the hood or roof, maybe even trunk, I'm not sure. And of course all the other logos and emblems as well. Again, same nice detailing as all the other ones, and super sharp printing. If you are interested in purchasing this kit or any other kit, feel free to check out the scalemodelingchannel.com or tsmc.shop. This is my web shop, and I offer a lot of kits, tools, and other supplies for the scale model car builder. Links will be in the description down below.